Amp Media Production presents Gypsy Soul, your one-stop shop for letting out your inner gypsy. Join Denise Marsh as she brings on a variety of guests to share their artistic vision with the world.
Hello everyone, and welcome to a very important, exciting, and enjoyable episode of Gypsy Soul. I'm your host, Denise Marsh, and I'm so happy to be with you today. You have absolutely no idea. So today is very exciting because I'm celebrating 2 years of doing Gypsy Soul. That's right, 2 years. And it feels like yesterday. I'm getting lots of applause and kudos in the background. It really feels like yesterday, where I kept hearing Dawn and Freddie say, do you want to do this? And then there was a voice inside me that said, yes, just say yes, just say yes. And then I was thinking, oh, how am I going to do it? Getting there, the money, balancing everything. But that voice that said yes, that brought me here. And I'm so grateful and blessed to have that voice because I work with such amazing people. I work with an amazing crew. I work with all these young people that make all the magic happen. And coming here is definitely my happy place. Like the minute that I come through the door here, I feel better. People make me laugh. People are fun. They put me in a good mood. And I just the sense of importance and the sense of accomplishment and just, I can't even, I'm never speechless, but I just am. And it's just, I'm so happy that I did it. And, just to tell you a little bit, before I came up with the title Gypsy Soul, there were 3 other titles. And I remember I asked people's opinion and everyone said, nope, you got to go with Gypsy Soul. So that's what I went with. And I just grew into it because, it is about having a Gypsy Soul for my guests, for myself, for my audience. And I think that I've grown into having a Gypsy Soul. I think I didn't really have one as much before I started the show, but now I always think, okay, how can I make myself feel better? What else can I do? What little highlight can I get out of what happened, or what little silver lining, or what's gonna get me through the week? And I always think about that. I think about what I'm going to say to you, and that kind of puts things into perspective for me. So, I've really grown along with you, all the great guests from authors to artists to singer-songwriters to entrepreneurs. This ride has been paved with pure gold and some tears, but happy ones. I've learned from each guest that has sat in the chair next to me. I have a beautiful guest next to me. You'll hear about her in a few minutes. Making my life rich with experiences, and the celebration was definitely earned. So I feel really good about it. I've learned so much about podcasting and talking to an audience, and it's been a lot of on-the-job training. I still get those little butterflies. They know like 5 minutes before the show comes on, and then it just flows. Everything just goes and it flows, and we grow together. And today's a great show, but I will be celebrating again next show too because my celebrations tend to go on and on and on. So get used to that. So I chose a poem to honor this celebration. I've read it to you before, but it's a great poem. And it's from A Connecting Flight, Poems About the Detours of Life, and it's called Gypsy Soul. And the irony behind the poem is that I wasn't even doing the podcast when I wrote the poem. So it's ironic that I came up with the name, and it really goes with it. And I always forget to write what page the poem is on, but that's okay. Here it is. Okay. So it's called Gypsy Soul. And you've heard it before, but you'll hear it again, and you'll love it just the same, maybe even more. Gypsy Soul. Red wine, sugared heart, lipstick stained glasses, leaving your mark with every dance, every note. I thought you'd know what I was thinking. Then I remembered there was no smile, no nod of acceptance or affirmation of loyalty. I carried my gypsy soul to a new place where the world's calculations and contemplation were no longer my mission. Because you know what, guys? I learned that we have to really take care of ourselves first. And then we can find everything else, right? We have to find our happy place, then we can take care of other people. Because if we're not happy, if we're not doing things that fill our gypsy soul, it's hard to be there for others, right? I think you probably agree with me on that. So, I wanted to today have one of my very, very special friends and writing mentors here, who has been a great cheerleader to me, a wonderful friend, who writes amazing romance, age gap romances, let me say correctly, and cozy mysteries. And she's also a big fan of the show. And she has some really great stories to share and some new books to share. And her books are always good, right? We know that about her. So the amazing Sheila Fowler is a returning guest. She's been on several of our shows. We just can't get enough of her. And it's always a good time with her. Just like the song, it's always a good time. So we're going to go to a short commercial break, and then we will revisit with Sheila Fowler.
Hey there, have you heard of the new show Gypsy Soul? It's hosted by the one and only Denise Marsh. Listen in as she helps you release your inner gypsy with the best in South Florida, with plenty of special guests, with their own talents to inspire your inner gypsy. Tune in every other Thursday on your preferred streaming platform.
Welcome to the AMP Media Futures Foundation. We amplify students by connecting them with industry partners to develop essential career skills. Please help support the interns of AMP Media Futures Foundation through a one-time or a monthly donation. You help us by providing them a hands-on opportunity in production, business, and communication. Your generous donation can help provide funds for equipment software and mentorship programs. Show your support by a message of your choice. You can donate by card, PayPal, or ACH services. Check out AMP Media Futures Foundation at ampfutures.org and help them power through the media industry.
Poetry doesn't have to be complicated and difficult to understand. It is an experience to be felt, shared, and remembered. Denise Marsh's compilation of poems, In a Connecting Flight, Poems About the Detours of Life, is written in free verse to be enjoyed by anyone who has had their lives changed by particular circumstances or people in a journey they didn't see coming. If you want to experience connection, this book is your passport. It's time to get the book and begin your journey. Are you ready? Available on Amazon.
And we're back with Gypsy Soul, and I'm your host, Denise Marsh, and we have the lovely and beautiful and talented, I might add, Sheila Fowler with us today. Hi, Sheila.
Hi, how are you?
So excited.
I know.
When you come here, I just, like, my whole mood changes.
And we can smile, we can laugh.
Yes, girls just want to have fun, right?
That's right.
So I'm so happy to celebrate with you today, and in honor of my 2-year anniversary, tell me what Gypsy Soul has meant for you.
Well, that's a good one because I got to meet you.
Whoa.
Which is,
Okay, it's earring follow-up time. Go ahead.
I got to meet you, and we met through a mutual friend. It's kind of funny, and then we were both at that Read It, Write It festival, and I always said, there's something about this woman. And then I think it was 2 years ago when you came to my event that I did.
Yes.
And I just adored, my husband even said, he goes, she's so bubbly. I just adore her. And that's what it is. It's that you're so bubbly. And I think we have this infectious spirit.
We do. We vibe off each other really well.
Or we love to laugh.
We do. We get along perfectly.
Do. We should do like a singing thing too.
We should. Don't give Freddie any ideas. He'll put us on another podcast together. He's listening.
I know he is.
So do you feel like you have a gypsy soul?
I do, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
But okay, for me, I always said that like a gypsy was somebody that traveled around or whatever, and I'm kind of like a hermit crab. So I because I'm a Cancer, but I'm a Cancer.
Yeah.
So like my husband and I like to stay home, but I travel through my books, so I kind of feel like
I've been to Scotland a couple of times. That's what I love. 3 times. Yeah, 3 times.
But
we need that.
Like that's kind of my inner gypsy is through my books. Is that I'm writing something because I don't leave the house that much and I don't go out that much. But for me,
you would never know it from the books. See, I've everyone fooled. You never.
So I fool people that way.
You're an OG on this show. I like the OG thing
like
from
that.
Heidi Hess. I like to say. So the last 2 times you showed us your newest books. Mm-hmm. Tell us what you're working on now. What's going on now with you?
So I have 2 books that I'm working on right now, which is kind of scary to do 2 books at once. But I'm doing one. It's a small town romance, and that one is called Summer Nights in Willow Creek, and it's a little town I created. and it's all about, I love this cover, by the way.
I love the
created-
title. How'd you come up with that title?
I knew I wanted to name it after a willow tree. So, and then I knew I was going to do 4 seasons, because that's kind of the gentleman in the book. They're called the 4 seasons because they hold down the town, and they make sure that it's good all year round, all season. So each book is going to be entitled after a season. So the first one is Summer Nights, and the next one is Autumn Flings.
Start
in Willow
building your
Creek.
reading list.
Yes,
It's coming. It's coming fast.
So there's 4 of them total, and so I have the 4 men who are best friends, and that's their stories are kind of
Another
based
book
off
for
of them.
me.
I love
book.
these guys too, by the way. I love.
We call
Jason
them
is
book boyfriends.
book boyfriends. Yes.
I love the term. So there's nothing going on with me and dating yet. That's for all the hot single men out there, just so you know. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding, but I'm not. So Sheila Fowler, Sheila has book boyfriends, right?
Yes,
For us.
yes.
So when we don't have a boyfriend or we don't have a romance going, we can have a book boyfriend. And
Yes.
we really do have one.
Yes.
So
We have quite
especially
a
some of the
few.
characters.
I
yeah.
have quite a few. But okay, so in these 2 books here, so this one here, he's a Russian hockey player, and he falls in love with a figure skater, and he's so adorable. When you listen to I love listening to the audiobook because I can just hear the
Russian accent.
The Russian accent. Yes. The woman
My
who
dance
does
teacher has a Russian accent. Yeah, I can picture
just
that
adore
looking at
that.
the photograph.
Yes, this way. So I adore the fact that this character is not like this bad boy Russian. You know, he is not. He's a sweetheart, and he takes
He's not
care
typical.
of her.
He's not a
not
typical,
a typical.
yeah.
I didn't want it to be a typical Russian bad boy. And then in this book, which is Protecting Her Heart, he's the bodyguard. So he is protecting her because she is the billionaire. And
Wait, I have to interrupt. Isn't this photograph? Isn't this the guy that was on the book that I just
Yes,
read?
it
yeah,
is.
because I recognize him, the guy with the guitar.
Yes.
Yeah, which is "Don't Let Me Down."
That's right.
Oh, that was so good. Yeah, I'm like, wait, that's the guy. By the way, your titles,
Yes.
they're out of this world. I
Thank
love your
you.
titles. They're just like so thought-provoking and emotional, and they get you right in there. I love them. I love the titles.
I have fun creating those, and then I have fun creating the book covers, and then I have more fun creating the characters
And the book covers
inside.
sell the books.
Yeah,
They sell
yeah,
themselves.
exactly.
I mean, especially you've got all these hot men on the
I know.
covers. Notice I said that quite a few times. So where can people see more of your work for the people that don't know you? Where
So
can they see your work?
I'm on Amazon. I'm exclusively on Amazon, so you'll find me on Amazon, the Kindle Unlimited, and then I'm also, if you want, you can buy paperbacks, and I have the paperbacks at all my shows as well. So if you're ever coming to see me at a show, which I think we might be coming to one soon.
Yes, there's a Read It, Write It, a second version, I
Yes.
call it.
It's gonna be kind of fun.
Yeah, at the Delray Beach Library.
Yeah.
Yeah. Heidi Hess is giving us another extra run on it, I call it. So we're all excited about that. And I adore your books. I haven't gotten to the mystery ones yet. I've been stuck on the romance ones. I think I need to get out of the romance era and get into the mysteries, like for different reasons.
Well,
But-
and what's kind of cute about mine are always, they're kind of cheeky too. So in this particular case, I always say it's mystery, a little romance, and key lime pie.
Are they steamy? Are the mysteries steamy?
Not at all. Not at all.
Then no, I might not be okay. I need some steam. So I adore your romance novels because the characters are realistic and some very lovable. I just finished the 3rd book. It was I call it the Scottish love stories.
Yes.
So there was Meeting Virginia. Then there was
Owen it to him.
Owen,
Yeah.
yeah, the Owen one, and then Don't Let Me Down.
Yes.
And in I don't want to give it away because I will. I just the characters are just very lovable. I always find someone that I like to follow, and I love that there's a perspective with each person for the
Yes,
chapter.
I love
So
that.
one person's waiting at the hospital, but then you hear what was really happening or what they were thinking, and it's like watching a movie. It really is.
Yeah.
It's better than a movie, I think.
I was kind of funny because the first book I ever did that with was a book called Salsa Lessons.
I want to read
Yes.
because I take dance lessons.
That's right.
So, yeah.
And it's about it's
I
about
need
they get to know each other through music, and I kind of
That might be my next book. Yeah, I think that'll be my next pick.
and
for
and
sure.
in that was the first time I ever did the dual. I never did that dual point of view before, and it was kind of fun to do, and now I can't stop doing it. So
Does it get mixed up? Like, do you get mixed up when you do?
well, I always look at. I
have
have
to
like the
hear
chapters when I'm looking at them down here on
Yeah.
this side of the page. I look at them over here, and that way I can tell where I'm at. So, like right now, I've got Jason and Mia. Those are the two characters that I'm writing for right now, and I always have to look. Oh, Jason's talking right now. This is Jason's.
And I
section
have
of
to
the
look
book.
back because sometimes I forget relationships.
Yes.
And I always text Sheila. I'll be like, wait a minute, aren't they related? Oh wait, they're not related. This one is this one's brother, or this one is this one's cousin, or they're just friends. Because I have to go back because
Yes.
so many of the books have characters that are from families.
Yes.
I love that so much.
Yes.
And then how they're growing up and they knew them since they were little, or what happened because this one's mother died and the family was raised a different way. And I love how you revisit. It's like a saga. You revisit what already happened.
And I'm thinking about doing another one in that series because you.
Oh, you
it's
have
because
to.
of you.
Yes.
I'm thinking about doing another one.
I'm
and
so
I'm thinking about
honored.
picking another character.
You have to put
in
for
the
me
book.
in there.
And I do. I might have to change the character's name now.
I was telling Sheila something funny because she always comes up with these great ideas. I told Sheila that she needs to use the open mic forum and do a book because I always do open mic. I read poetry at Village Music like once a month, sometimes twice a month. And you need to do a romance, an open mic romance. Ooh. And what did I say you should call it? Drop the mic?
Yeah,
Don't
drop the mic. Yeah,
I'm
don't
telling
drop
you,
the
this is
mic.
coming. This is coming, people. It's going to be so good. It's going to be so good. And I could just, I'm just thinking about it.
I love it.
And yeah, so maybe we'll mix in some poetry in there. Maybe we'll do
Yes,
some
that's right.
collaboration. So
Poetry
new stuff
slam.
coming. New stuff coming. And so I did have one quick question on that. Speaking of that, so in "Don't Let Me Down," when Sean is singing to Kylie, sorry to tell you a little bit. I won't tell you a lot, but. Did you write the song?
Yeah.
The lyrics?
Yes.
I'm like, this woman is so talented. I'm like, she wrote the songs too. You have to read it. You have to read the Scottish romance series. So it's with Meet Virginia.
Yep.
And then the other one is
Owen it to him, and then
Don't Let Me Down.
Don't Let Me Down.
Yeah,
Right.
amazing. You'll feel like you're in Scotland because I felt like I was. So, do you think that you'll stick with the sports romances, or you might dive into something else?
Well, I am going to stick with sports romance. I've got to be very honest with you.
Doing well, right?
Yeah.
Tell us about it.
This was a bestseller. So I always adore it when you see that list, bestseller.
Is that an audiobook too?
This one is also an audiobook too. Yes.
Okay.
And you never know. Maybe I might do like a giveaway if people watch
Yeah,
this. Maybe
you have
we
good
do a
giveaways.
giveaway.
I remember getting Sling through it. She's got good giveaways, yeah. But the audiobooks are fun.
Oh, they
it's
are.
like you can listen to it while you're cleaning.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It's just, and the voice. And I just have to remember sometimes like what I'm up to because sometimes it replays. I
Yes,
forget,
it
I get
does.
depressed.
Like if you open up the book, or if you have
I'm like,
the
wait a
Kindle.
minute, didn't I listen to that already?
But I'm going to do a surfing one, which is
I
really
like that.
It's another age gap, which I love. I love age
And
gap
tell
romances.
them again, tell the audience again what age gap romance is. for
So
people that
age
don't
gap
know.
is when the gentleman is older and the woman is younger. That's my life, by the way. So if everybody knows that, my life is an age gap romance. My husband is 17 years older than me, but you'd never know that, right? Because
No,
you guys
you're
have
such
seen
a good
him.
couple. So they're so sweet together. I love it. But see, and you get inspiration too from that. I remember in some of your books, like it was paralleling, some of.
I
your
try to
story.
do that. I always heard you write what you know, right?
Yeah,
So.
Or what you want to know,
or what
right?
you want to know,
Yeah.
because I wanted to go to Scotland, or, in this case, because I love sports, and I thought the first one I did was football, and I went, oh well, I'm just going to keep going then. I did baseball. This one's hockey. I'm going to do surfing. I've got another hockey book coming along because hockey's hot right now in South Florida.
Yes.
I don't know if anybody knows
And it's
that
hot
or not.
to watch, too.
Exactly.
I like hockey. I'm not a big sports person, but I love hockey. But speaking of hot, and it's 2 years. Look, I can say what I want to say. I have a quick little question, and I know it's a PG show and everything, but I have to ask this. So there's some, we'll say steamy, right?
Okay,
For like
steamy.
the PG audience.
That's good.
Okay, so sometimes I read it, and I'm like, okay, it's very good stuff in there, very high blood pressure, good high
Yes.
blood pressure. So do you, how do I ask this? Do you research like some of the things? Remember you said that you talked to someone and they couldn't look at you because of the sex scenes, because of the steamy scenes. So like, I mean, don't tell me anything personal, that's fine. But like, do you like watch like the movies so you can get like the language? I have to ask that. I have to get that down. I have to know that.
Now you're making me blush.
It's a fun show. It's a fun show.
So do I? Let's see.
I have to know it. I have to know.
Okay. When I write the sex scenes,
Yeah.
they're a little more clinical than what it should be, because you got to be really descriptive. You got to be descriptive.
Now you
about
want to
it.
read the books, right? See, that's what sells. Read the books.
So, okay, I like to have them have sex in different areas.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Sorry, I'm embarrassing poor Sheila. I'm sorry, Sheila. I love her. But I had to know. Sometimes you just have to know. You have to ask.
Because you know what? It's not an easy thing to write. That.
No, it's not. I have a couple of erotic poems, but I haven't put them in my books yet, because I'm still teaching. But that's in the works. I just, you do a good job with it. Let's put that out there. She does a good job with it. So you're looking for steam, you got it. I can't say enough good things about your books. Always look forward to reading them. I get excited. I put it on my pillow to make sure. And sometimes when I know I'm tired, I actually literally set a timer. Okay, you're gonna read 10 minutes a night. Because I want to keep reading, and because I really live vicariously through a lot of the characters, which I think most people do with romance books. It helps us. It helps us get by. Helps us aspire.
My husband is my muse.
Yeah.
So yes, most of the male characters are based on my husband, and you can go anywhere you want with it. You go anywhere you want with that.
Scenes. No.
Sorry. I read it to him, and it's we were in the car, and I put on the audiobook, and we're in the car, and he goes, Sheila.
Did you ever? There was a thing. I don't know if it's on TikTok or Instagram or what, and they show they show a woman cleaning, and it says when your audiobook goes to your husband's AirPods or whatever, and it's like very steamy and sexual, and the woman's cleaning, and then she's trying to stop her husband because he's listening what? All these steamy things are happening, and he's like, oh, that's what she's listening to.
Yes, now he knows.
You made me think about that. I could have you on 100 times and it still wouldn't be enough.
I know.
And I love having you on the show so much because you bring such a bright and bubbly light to everything, and your vibe is so good. And I
love being with you.
I love being with you, and she's just the best. You have to read her books. If you haven't read any of Sheila Fowler's books, it's time to get on with it. You can read the mysteries, the cozy mysteries. You can read the romances. She's got a little bit for everything. And look, hey, for the men out there, this is not just a woman thing.
No.
She's got lots of sports romances, right? She's got hockey, football, baseball.
Yes.
What did I miss? What else?
Well, okay, so then I've got the surfing one coming up.
And then the surf. See the surfing one.
I have a surfing one in an anthology right now too. So it's kind of a fun.
And then the
thing.
dance, the salsa lessons, which I
Yes.
have to read. So there's a little bit for everyone. And I'll tell you something: you'll never be bored when you read her books. You'll never be bored. You'll just want to keep reading it. And I got to the point where I read them too fast, so I savored. I'm like, okay, you're not reading the rest of the story. You're coming back to it. And Sheila was laughing because I actually brought your book with me to a doctor's appointment, and I had 3 that day because it was the summer. That's when I do my appointments, and I was so mad because I left it there, and I didn't want to ask them about it. So I said, no, you have to get me another book because I have to know what happens at the end. I don't want you to tell me. So she was so good. She got me, she had the book rushed to me so I could read it, and then I remembered where I was up to. It was a whole big thing. It was an emotional thing because I had to read the rest of the book. Sheila, thank you so much for
Thank
being on the
you.
show. Thank you for helping me celebrate my 2-year anniversary in style and with fun. And you are welcome on the show virtually. You're welcome in person. We're just in love with you and your exceptional writing. And you're just wonderful to have around, all around, with your books as well.
Yes.
And I have to think about which book I'm getting next or which 2 books I'm getting next. But yes, check her out. You know, she's on Facebook. Sheila Fowler also has her own. You have websites, right? She
Yep.
has. You can follow her newsletter. She runs giveaways. She's amazing. So thank you so much for coming on the show. And look, 555. This is when I try to do my ending because 555 is a magical number. It means that we're being watched by spirits and angels. And it's 555, everyone. So make a wish. So as always, okay, it is you followers who give me this longevity that I've looked for a long time. So I wanted to say thank you, and I wanted to tell you that I got some demographics back, and I got some diagnostics back. I'm thinking about diagnostics because I say that in school all the time, and I have in the last 3 months, listen to this, over 45,000 viewers.
That's awesome.
Isn't that amazing? Yeah, Freddie sent it to me, and that's a lot.
Yes.
That is a lot. But I did make one mistake last time. I told everyone I had 513 followers. It's the opposite. So I think I was manifesting. I made a little tiny mistake. So we need more followers, guys. So I gained some followers, and I know that I'll gain some more, but I'm grateful for what I do have. And from my Gypsy Soul to yours, I love you all. I continue to be grateful for working here, for the wonderful crew that works here, for the producers, for all of you that let me bring my heart to yours and let me embrace my inner gypsy. Our next episode on July 31st, people, is going to be the celebration continuing of the 2-year anniversary. And it's going to be on location. Gypsy Soul, she's moving around, okay? So this gypsy's moving around, and we're going to be at a sushi restaurant in Boynton called Sushi Bang Bang. So you might want to come see us. You know, you might want to come have some sushi, hang out, see the show live. You're invited. Bring a friend. Bring a boyfriend, bring a girlfriend, bring a friend. This Gypsy Soul is getting around. So if you're in Boynton, come check us out. If not, come watch us. Check out Sushi Bang Bang. It's going to be a great show at a great restaurant with another wonderful guest. I love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to Gypsy Soul. I will see you again on July 31st. Bye.
Thank you for tuning in to Gypsy Soul. Make sure to stop by next time for another enlightening show. A show that was produced by Amp Media Productions and hosted by Denise Marsh.